Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about Robert Whittaker and his recent comments regarding the former middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. One win, and Robert Whittaker is back again at the top of that division, at least in terms of the headlines. Robert Whittaker is set to face Hamza Chimaev in June, and I believe the winner of that fight faces the champion of the division at some point in the future. Robert Whittaker doesn't seem to think that Israel Adesanya deserves another title shot. Maybe many people agree with him. Robert Whittaker himself has been on an upward trajectory as of late, with especially with his last win, and now he's facing Hamza Chimaev, which many think he will give Hamza Chimaev a very difficult time, and many perhaps see him being the closer fighter to winning the fight between the two. That's only going to be determined the night of the fight. It's going to be a difficult fight for both fighters. A huge fan of both. Robert Whittaker is a solid fighter. Hamza Chimaev is an entertainer, brawler. He doesn't really like to think much. He just goes forward. That has cost him in the past. If he does that with Robert Whittaker, the chances of him being knocked out are much higher than they were against, let's say, a Gilbert Burns, which gave Hamza Chimaev a very difficult time at 170. So we're talking about Robert Whittaker, regardless of the shaky past, let's say 18 months or so, perhaps a little longer than that. Robert Whittaker is still one of the best middleweights on the planet. I'm a huge fan of Robert Whittaker. He's perfection on his day, and he's only lost to the best, the likes of Israel Adesanya, which he had to make. He had some comments to make about the latter. He thinks that Adesanya does not deserve a title shot. I tell Robert Whittaker this: Israel Adesanya is always going to be a top name in whatever division that he participates in, because of the eyes that he brings to the game. At the end of the day, this is a business, and many guys, I believe for fighters, it's very hard and frustrating to understand this part of the game. But at the end of the day, Conor can be gone for 3 or 4 years and come back and headlines cards. That's just what the fans want, and I believe it's kind of hard for fighters to accept this fact about the game. But at the end of the day, we're looking for entertainment. I kind of disagree with Robert Whittaker in terms of him thinking that Izzy doesn't deserve a title shot, because he fell short to the guy that had the title before, Whittaker, obviously, Strickland, in a fight that wasn't as close as I would have liked it to be. Strickland just blew Adesanya out of the water that day, and all hats off to Strickland, but he wasn't able to maintain the champion status for long. Whittaker, obviously comes and claims the title. Otherwise, it would have been a direct rematch for Izzy against Strickland. Interesting scenarios that are yet to be unfolded in that middleweight division, and I'm super stoked for everything. Adesanya challenging Whittaker for that title only makes sense, obviously. Otherwise, if Strickland was still the title holder, then we would have seen Adesanya face Strickland eventually. If Adesanya to defeat Whittaker and Robert Whittaker to defeat Hamza Chimaev, does this mean a third fight between the two? That would be so awesome. If Hamza Chimaev to defeat Robert Whittaker and Adesanya to defeat Whittaker, does that mean Izzy versus Hamza Chimaev? OMG. If that was to happen, that would be promised perhaps one of the best fights of all time. Izzy versus Hamza Chimaev. I think this is the one that I would like to see the most. But both all four of those guys that I've mentioned in this video have a lot of work to do before they get to the stage of facing each other. I would really like to see Hamza Chimaev, Israel Adesanya challenge each other for that middleweight title sometime 2025. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.